side, stand up. West side, stand up. North side,
stand up.
North side, stand up. South side, stand up. Hey girl, forget about your hair, cause you about to sweat that out. Hey homeboy over there in the corner, roll up your sleeves, dog. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you DJ.
Oh man, it's about to be bananas in this joint. Now tuned into the greatest.
M-M-A-H.
Let's get ready to rumble.
It's Tuda.
Really did go crazy.
Just met a little bitch in HP. I got her vibing with me. She wanna ride with a G. Shawty was hella petite. She know I come from the street. Ain't lacking, I keep in my heat. One in my lap, I'm on under the seat. I got your bitch in the chat with me. She said she wanna come back with me. I got her rolling that path for me. She know you niggas ain't half of me. I might pull up and embarrass you. We ballin' straight off the avenue. All of my niggas is savages, and you know we chasing this revenue. I got your bitch in the trap with me. She said she wanna come back with me. I got her rolling that path for me. She know you niggas ain't half of me. I might just pull up and embarrass you. We ballin' straight off the avenue. All of my niggas is savages, and you know we chasing this revenue. I got a little bitch in the trap with me, steady distracting me. Haters attacking me, never impacting me. Smoking no gravity, remember I ain't having it.
It's the part that you said, baby.
Bitches would pass on me. I had to get in the streets with it actively. I had to go get the streets what they asking me. I had to get in and stack it. You know I adapted like it was just practice. Found me a lane and I'm hogging up traffic. If she got that booty, then I gotta smack it. If she got some moves for me, then I'ma crack it. If they want a feature, you know I'ma tax them. Ain't doing no slacking, ain't doing no chatting. And ain't no relaxing. The avenue smacking. They love it out west cause they know it be cracking. Look what just happened. I got your bitch in the trap with me. She said she wanna come back with me. I got her rolling that path for me. She know you niggas ain't half of me. I might pull up and embarrass you. We ballin' straight off the avenue. All of my niggas is savages, and you know we chasing this revenue. I got your bitch in the trap with me. She said she wanna come back with me. I got her rolling that path for me. She know you niggas ain't half of me. I might just pull up and embarrass you. We ballin' straight off the avenue. All of my niggas is savages, and you know we chasing this revenue.
It's Tuda.
It's the part that you said,
Same
baby.
gang till it blow up. 7-4 when we roll up. I ain't talking no dice game. My heart cold, that's ice vein. So blow up like a bomb threat and get a pop quiz. That's a gun test. Stretch the nigga like spandex. I'm a bandit with a band team. Them niggas drumming, drill team. We winning, dream team. My mic game like Mike game. Shoot me or salute me. Porsche truck or coupe me. Then I fishtail like sushi. I done cracked 100 patrons. Dumbbell sack, I'm smoking that strong. Trying to maintain, I'm making this. These niggas just talking shit. Flush his ass with the metal tips. Keep the metal here like Metal Gear. Know why I wear that gun outside, cause that Glock go with my outfit. This shot rack and we out here. And we out here. We out here. We out here.
Let's hit the block, crack 100 beers. Pour a little liquor, nigga got 100 years. Let's get an ounce, then roll up. Get quiet when the real nigga showed up. Wow. I tell a little nigga, know what? This is not a game. Real niggas grow up. Same gang till it blows up. People feel the same. Well, niggas, so what?
I cut the sleeves off a new fur. I speak in the streets, concur. They looking for an uncut verse, but let me fill up my cup first. Them goons with me, they bloodthirsty. Handgun, but that clip 30. Out late, but I'm up early. This Crook County, all crooks around me. No lanes, homie, just look around me. Whole thing of that cook around me. Bitch niggas get shook around me. Tree blowing that kush around me. That loud package got loud action. Shots passing, I quarterback them. I coach shooters, I'm Phil Jackson.
She back it up, yeah, she BB. I'm off the Henny, she 2T. It's me and you like a 2C. Don't wanna label it meanie.
It's the part that you said, baby.
She feel the boss, so we bell out.
Live from the city.
She kick it in my house, so I dive in and go all out. I go all out.
M-M-M-H Tuda.
It's Tuda.
Live from the city.
She back it up, yeah, she BB. I'm off the Henny, she 2T. It's me and you like a 2C. Don't wanna label it meanie. No, we out west, so she bop out. She feel the boss, so we bell out. She tryna kick it in my house, so I dive in and go all out. I go all out and dive in it. Hop it right to it, ain't read it. I got the stroke like I'm swimming. Rockin' her boat like I'm fishing.
that I need to get paid like he bugged me. Make sure you bring in the weed so we could get paid like a cookie. Ay, yeah, these bitches, they not my speed. Now these bitches, they never shook me. Ay.
I'm back on my business. If I shoot my shot, I'ma put on the clinic. When I started, you niggas was finished. Gold on me like I won the Olympics. Told honey that I butter a biscuit, and she could ride free of admission. Good employee, we switching positions. 007, I'm on a mission.
Hot like I got a fever. That yummy call me Justin Bieber. I never needed a nigga. Pockets stay fat. Griffin Peter. They gon' bite my shit. Don't follow me, but they like my pics. Hair done, nails done, everything did. And I want all smoke, so I pop my shit.
And you are now tuned into Wonderful Determined Radio on our beautiful second show of the year, Felice.
This is like the third.
Is it?
Yeah, it's what date is it? January 21st. Yeah, this would be the third Wednesday, Stace.
Oh, yeah, because we did do it on Wednesday of January 1st, New Year's Day. Right?
The 7th, the 14th,
she likes to be very argumentative.
Listen to me. Watch this. The 7th.
Okay, you win, Felice.
The 14th.
How are you?
The 21st.
How are you?
I'm so good, Stace. What's happening? Guess what?
What?
It's Aquarius season, baby. It is Aquarius season. Happy almost birthday to me.
Do I get to tell your age this year?
No, you don't. Anyway, in the building, back in the building, my guy, my fave thought poet in the building. He has brought himself a guest. He's going to introduce her and everything. Thought poet, welcome back to Determined Radio.
Yeah, thank y'all for having me.
Yeah, we love having you.
It's good seeing you.
This is the guru of music. Like, the people don't know who Thought Poet is. But before that, he's going to introduce his guest. So, Thought Poet, go ahead and introduce your guest.
She's actually way more important than me. So, this is Rooster Green, trained classical vocalist, graphic designer, educator. Man, like, I'll let her even just explain more, but she's worked with some of the city's best, even in, like, the last year and a half. She's worked with, like, Jubilee. She's worked with Hits. I'll let you take it.
You said a whole lot.
I mean, she's really.
Don't worry, we're gonna get to her. We're gonna get to her.
But like, she's gonna explain more about the different projects we've been working on. But no, Rooster Green definitely is a big engine to Unsocial Aesthetics. So.
All right, yeah. I'm loving this. I'm loving this.
I love that.
So people that don't know, Thought Poet was just on TV. He was on TV. He's a little famous. Like, I don't know if you people really understand how famous Thought Poet is. He actually doesn't really know how famous he is either.
I don't be thinking.
Exactly.
I don't be buying into that.
Exactly.
I don't.
All right.
But I receive it, though. I receive it.
He's trying to be modest, Felice.
I know. Well, he is that way. That is. He just kind of like, you'll see him at a show, and he's like over there in a little corner, and then he'll like go over there. Like, I know.
Believe it or not, that's been me since like 2011.
I know. You can just slide in.
Yeah.
Slide out.
I think I've always been like Chicago is such a gangster city. I think you don't come into the music scene like trying to make an appearance unless you like have real intentionality. And I think I was very shy when I first came into the Chicago music scene. I came from Harlan. I was working with True Star magazine, but I stuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was not even a hood guy, but I was an artsy kid that was sheltered. Tried to, gang bang my freshman year. Ebru Brantley put me back on the right track. And so I was just like, I just didn't belong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't know how to I didn't even know how to pose that question because I wasn't around. Like, I would be at events, like, excited about the different artists that were performing, but the people around me, they weren't excited. They were here for, like, the clout. But this was the blog era, you know what I'm saying? So, like, this was, before Virgil became who he was and before Fresh Goods became who he was. So it was, like, I think I always kind of that was kind of like a thing. Like, I think my team has told me to pop my shit more, and it's, like, it's been interesting because I realize I don't do it.
You just don't.
Yeah.
You just don't. It's so that you just don't. But that's just who you are. Like, that's just that's just how you are. So tell us, for the people that don't know, tell us a little background on Thought Poet and social aesthetics and all that kind of stuff.
So I think if I could cliff note it, Unsocial Aesthetics is a creative agency and production house. We were a rebrand from the website called The Lyrical Lab, which was owned by True Star magazine. So we uplifted a lot of the Chicago music scene in the blog era. So Chance the Rapper, FemDot, No Name, pretty much all of the top guys. Like, we were talking about them at a very early time in the Chicago music scene. And so social aesthetics is kind of like the step two in that, where we're uplifting these artists in the Chicago music scene, but we're doing it through a storytelling lens. We're uplifting the Chicago music history, and we're also focused on the past so we can understand the present, so we can focus on the future. So.
And for people that don't know, ThoughtPoet is the most insanely amazing photographer in all of the damn land. Like, I'm telling you, it is nuts. Like, have you ever, like, if you have to go to ThoughtPoet on Instagram. You don't even have to type anything else. It comes right up when you say put in ThoughtPoet. Like, amazing work. Your work is crazy. Like, you know I love your work. Like, I hit like and I'll hit every single thing.
You do. And I do.
Really every single fucking thing I see. I'm like, damn this man.
I have a lot of monitoring spirits around me. So the people who actually show love, that means a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to make sure you know.
Like nobody else.
I see that. I appreciate that.
I looked at a bunch of the pictures too. I was like, damn.
Amazing. Like, amazing.
Like, I feel like my camera can't even take pictures like that or certain angles and stuff. I'm just like, this is fucking amazing.
I appreciate it.
But I don't have as much time as Felice to be able to look through everything every week. And
I mean, you know, life be life, and so I get it. I get it. Everybody be trying to be on social media a certain amount of time, so I get it.
Yeah, exactly. So when did you get into into photography? Tell people a little bit of your history of photography, because it is important to people to know.
So I think the Chicago music scene kind of pushed me into it. So again, when I did the Lyrical Lab, we went on hiatus in 2015. There were other platforms that got inspired by what we were doing, and so unfortunately, TrueStar, they didn't have the resources to keep the Lyrical Lab running. So as soon as I put the website on hiatus, other platforms kind of copied our strategy and really took off. That's kind of what pushed me into photography, because I was already like a artsy kid growing up. You know what I'm saying? I think I was just telling the Black Room about how my grandma raised me. Like, I was always reading Gordon Park books. My grandma always had me in some type of heritage, legacy type of studying when I was a kid. Like, she was woke before it was cool to be woke. So like, once I got to a certain point in the scene, I just started taking photos of like the concerts I can get my hands on. It went from that to, you know, organizing, building with folks in the Black Lives Matter era of the blog era. You know what I'm saying? And so I think, in all honesty, it kind of just came from me wanting to create something that I wasn't seeing. Like, I really do understand that I have a very unique eye when it comes to photographers in Chicago. And I do understand that people have been, you know, inspired by my work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't tend to call it copying, because I think Chicago has never had infrastructure enough for us to even, like, say, like, oh, like, I created this or you created that. Like, we're all kind of learning from each other, because we haven't had infrastructure in 40 years, you know what I'm saying, since Record Row. So it's like, even learning that kind of really inspired me to understand, like, this is what Gordon Parks was doing. You know what I'm saying? This is what Robert Townsend was doing, as far as like being from Chicago and like, I guess, taking on this task. So I think that's where my photography journey kind of began. Yeah.
So, like, what was one of your first photos you took that you were just extremely proud of starting out?
Oh yeah, I could tell you that easy. It was Kendrick Lamar. It was the first Teens in the Parks Fest. So this was a collaboration with the Film Museum and Public Ally Chicago. I was an intern for them. One of the individuals, shout out to Jacob, he kind of had me as an intern, but he knew I had a love for Chicago music. So the Park District, Film Museum, they kind of like came together to work on this show called Teens in the Park. My grandma, her artist name is Phoenix Rising. She helped me buy my first like official camera, like a Rebel, T-Rebel or whatever. You can get it at Walmart or some shit. But Chance brought out Kendrick Lamar, D-Lo, Phenom. It was just a very pivotal moment, because this was like before Kendrick Lamar became like that guy. You know what I'm saying? And then I think the next following week, my camera got stolen. So it was kind of like, everybody in the scene was like, nah, we on his ass. And it was kind of like, damn, so this is what I can do if I have a camera any other time. So I think I had some help from a friend They helped me buy a used camera, and yeah, shout out to Central Camera. Kind of been shooting ever since. But I think that's like that's definitely one of my top 20 because I got a lot of favorites. But yeah.
So cool. And just some spinning galleries and things like that as well, correct?
Yeah, I mean the one project or gallery that's coming up, project that's kind of going on right now is Lil Chico from Thule Park, The Road to Burnside. The concept is very special to me because it's really uplifting my love for the Chatham community. If you understand how Chicago works, there's a lot of different communities in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So I could say I'm from Arbor Gresham, but if someone say they're from the Hunnits, you know, depending on where you from, who you know, that might mean, oh yeah, like what's good, how you feeling? Or, you know, might be some conflict. You know what I'm saying? So being from Chatham is one of those spaces where it's just a very unique connection that you have with people from there. And I was blessed to be raised right across the street from Thule Park. And so Rooster Green, she helped me not only with the graphics for the billboard, but even choosing the photos that were used to create the billboard. So,
and it's still up, right?
It's still up right now.
Okay,
I actually would.
Where is that? Where is it?
So it's right before 87 at Avalon, but you're gonna pass the 87 rink. So again, if anybody's familiar with Chatham, you know exactly where that is. But again, I want Rooster Green to speak more to the process of how the billboard was put together because it was a lot of detail.
Yeah, it was really just carrying on his story. You know, the story of being a young artist, a young child influenced by art and wanted to kind of like celebrate this particular neighborhood in the city of Chicago. But basically, you know, he got a couple of artists that all are connected to Chatham, myself included, and did a great photo shoot outside of Thule Park one Saturday. And then said, hey, here's a bunch of images and a poem and rock it. So he shot it my way, looking at it, thinking about my own connection to Chatham. I was born on the outskirts of Chatham, but Chatham is still very relevant to me because I went to Chicago State. And one of the important aspects of Chicago State was me getting my degree in music. And during that time, I was also in, the Wiz. So when he shared the story of what it was going to be and I saw the images, I was like, I know what this feel like. This feel like that Dorothy's path towards getting home or finding home and all these different characters are along the way. I was like, okay, let me find the Eveline. Let me find the Iron Man, Lord, the Tin Man, and just really kind of pull out the strong strength of the characters and all the images he said. There were plenty of images. I had to flip through plenty. But everybody still brought their A game. And so to celebrate all of these different individuals, tell the story of his artist journey, but also just tell the story of Chatham. Chatham's a very dope-ass place. One of the things I've emphasized is like Chatham was where gospel music legends lived. Though they weren't even born in Chicago, all of them chose to live in Chatham.
So about how many photos were there?
That Dropbox was full. There were
probably over 200.
Yeah, it was like 200 pictures. I went through and just like chose everybody's best. Just you could tell that moment that they were no longer like, do I want to pose? Do I want to, where they just like, boom, they shot into their superhero self. So those were the ones that I was like, okay,
there's
it's
like
time.
15 of them. There's about like 10, 15 of them on there?
It's about 9 folks.
Okay.
I'm glad you brought that up because all of the individuals on the billboard, again, they represent being from Chatham or being from the southeast sides of the city, but they also represent being a part of the Chicago music. So you got folks like Jublick, who arguably is like the best rapper in the city. You got folks like Hits, who is a true pioneer to what was even before drill music as a genre. You know what I'm saying? You have DJ Scully, who not only has like taught dozens of DJs like their own like styles and getting them their first like boards, but like he's still like in his prime. Like he just opened up for I'm blanking on Shorty from Lil Dragon last year, you know what I'm saying? But he's been doing way more stuff even since then. You have
did he DJ Queen?
Yeah, Queen Key. This is DJ Scully. Like, this is that guy. Like,
I've known him forever.
The legend. You know what I'm saying? You got Solar 5. You know what I'm saying?
Love me some Solar 5.
He got sons out here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, he's helped, people like Mick Jenkins King Louis, the Mind, you know what I'm saying? Like, even in the slightest, like, craft their sound together. You know what I'm saying? You got Zachariah the Black Messiah, you know what I'm saying? You got Monty Sykes from the swim team, you know what I'm saying? You have Nita's Love Train, you have Rooster Green, you know what I'm saying? All of these individuals truly are like shifters in Chicago, you know what I mean? And I think that's the only way to explain what they do, because it's like once you actually look at their work, you'll see that their existence is very important to the Chicago music scene, but they might not be in the limelight. You know what I'm saying? They're not running to platforms to get clouded up. You know what I'm saying? They're not in everyone's faces, but when it comes to like really learning how to like get that foundation or that structure, you go to these folks. You know what I'm saying? And I think it was really kind of God that all of these folks came from Chatham. You know what I'm saying? My grandma, before we lived out west before we moved to Chatham, and so she's a very empathic black woman, but she's very just powerful. You know what I'm saying? Very spiritual, and so she said she had a vision that we lived across the street from Thule Park, right up the street from Burnside Scholastic Academy, right across the street from Burnside Baptist Church. It's like my granddad, rest in power, Dwayne Miller. He's like, "What you talking about?" Like, he's like, "What?" But that's exactly and that's exactly what it was. Like they were just driving through Chatham. The house that was available, like it was owned by I think a gentleman who had been a doctor. You know what I'm saying? He had been a very like upspoken community member in Chatham for years, and he was willing to sell the house. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't even like we had the bread, like all of the bread to buy it. But my grandma was like, "No, this space is special." And again, I'm just now processing just how special it is to be from this place. Like often people don't even think about that Chance the Rapper claims Chatham. You know what I'm saying? And it's like respectfully, when you go to Chatham, it's a very interesting place, kind of like what you were saying. Like you could find light, you could find love, light, wisdom there. You can find darkness. You can find the shits to get into over there. You know what I'm saying? You can lose your soul over there. You know what I'm saying? But you can also find who you are in that very same place. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the only way you can experience it is actually like driving down King Drive.
You gotta be in the energy of it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, or going down Cottage Grove. You know what I'm saying? Or like going to that Garrett's on 87th. Or even like going over east, like past Stony Island. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only way you're gonna like get the essence of kind of what we're talking about. And I think the project really kind of captures at least my perspective on it. You know what I'm saying? Because Chico was my nickname growing up. My grandparents gave it to me. But also,
Chico.
yeah, so
You did.
a kid with good hair, you know what I'm saying? That's like the kids try to just ran with it.
What is good hair? Felice was wondering.
Come on, get on them.
No, let's talk about it, right? So I think, people like Amari Hardwick from Power, you know what I'm saying? He's kind of also in that category, but it's like, I guess, a grade of hair, a good grade of hair or whatever.
So
I've never bought into it.
What's a bad grade of hair?
There is no bad grade of hair. But on some like colorism, like, black people still trying to learn who they are type shit, we've been kind of taught this growing up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a husky dude. I quote unquote have good hair, but I ain't finna take no shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I got into a fight in high school. I put a dude head through a lunchroom window.
Dude.
That kind of like ricocheted on some like street shit, on some like, oh yeah, like Chico don't take no mess. But in that very same moment, the African studies teacher, Mr. Pincham, shout out Mr. Pincham, he saw me talk myself out of a 10-day suspension. And he was like, if you could do that, you're doing debate, which I didn't know what debate was, but that put me on a journey to After School Matters, to True Star Magazine, to Columbia Links. Like
over a fight, Chico.
Yeah.
All over
but
a
also,
fight.
I wouldn't have been introduced to. I wouldn't have been introduced to media. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have been introduced to.
Story though. Like literally, this is how.
But that's how, like, in a lot of ways, I know this is like God. He has His hand in this on some. Because of that, that's when I met Chance the Rapper and Saba and Mick Jenkins. Like, and this was before they were who they were. You know what I mean? So we were mentored under Brother Mike. And he taught us how to really just take pride in where we were from. Mind you, we all from different sides of the city. And mind you, at the time, I'm from Chatham. So there's not a lot of kids that are coming all the way from 95th in Michigan to go all the way to Wicker Park to go to an open mic, or going all the way downtown. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. But God made it so where I was put in this environment where I was able to keep my innocence enough to be the artist that I am right now. And Chatham had a real big part to do with that.
So now I do know my notes that I am going to take for the end of this show, Felice.
Okay.
And it's ThoughtPoet's success started from having, quote unquote, good hair in Chatham. That's what I just got.
That's so wild, though.
So wild, man. Let's talk about it.
That's going to be the chapter of our Determined Radio book.
Okay, so
Good hair in Chatham. It's all about you.
So tell people that don't know, explain this project. I mean, you were literally just on TV. Like, he was on TV, people. Explain the project to people so they understand what it is and what they can go look for and that and what have you.
You know what? I think I'll let you give your input first on that, because I feel like, yeah.
Well, I'm a segue off of what I think you would say. It's a continuation of his larger scale art pieces. He's done several billboards at this point. I think this is your third.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah.
And you know, while he could absolutely just go into a gallery space and just hang it on the wall, it's a little more profound when you're driving down the street and you're seeing this great art piece, especially in the middle of the hood where we don't see art pieces like that. You can drive down Michigan Avenue and you're going to see the walking figure for years. But in the middle of the hood, you might not see art at this, you know, this scale. So third installment of a great art piece, a celebration of a community, a celebration of Black artistry, a celebration of a story of a journey of triumph by living in this community, and just overall, you know, a site for the community to see that's not yet another alcohol beverage being sold, or, you know, something degrading. We finally see something that we're celebrating. Ain't no judgment. Take your sip. But amongst the community, we can see something else besides, you know, some other image that's really not highlighting the community. And I love the fact that this particular billboard is across the street from a daycare. You know, think about all the kids that get to walk out and look up there and see all these images looking like superheroes and get to know, like, these might be the people that's driving down the street passing me. So, yeah.
Take us a little bit through your journey.
Ooh, Chicago born and raised. First generation Chicago. My parents are from the South. They're from Alabama. So I have a whole nother appreciation for Chicago. South Side, born and raised. We grew up on the outskirts of Chatham. I'm right off of 91st and Stony. Started performing, singing at the age of 8. So I've been performing all over the city for 30 plus years. Background is in music education. Actually took my degree and went into nonprofit education. So I was in community programming for years, specifically for high school age students in career readiness skills. I ran a lot of after school programs, partnership with After School Matters and all these other CHA programs and stuff like that. And then at the same time, I was gigging on the weekends, performing, singing as a classical vocalist. I've been in jazz bands. I've been rock bands. Like, I just kind of went wherever my voice was going to carry me. Pandemic, I decided to make a drastic shift in my career, got out of the rigmarole. I was sad. Got out of the rigmarole of running into meetings and all these different programming, but still kept singing here and there. Now still on the artistic side, I started a small little program where I was helping artists as well, and mostly visual artists, or those who are doing podcast work or who need administrative assistance. I'm like, let me help you out. Because one of the hardest things about being an artist is how to maintain both. How do I deal with that 9 to 5, and how do I still be the person I want to be? How do I put my superhero cape on and still pay the bills? And so started that a little bit. Stepped away from the mic a little bit because I also have an amazing brother who's a great artist as well, and I want to put all my efforts to make sure he continue to go forth in his, and he do his thing. He's well known around the city. Ryan the Person. He's a drummer, DJ, all over the scene in his various capacities, touring all over the place as well. You know, from there, just made sure he had his light, his lane, build mine up a little bit more, and now just kind of getting back into it a little bit more as well. Still doing the vocal thing, still supporting artists such as Jublick, Hits, all the various artists that we support through On Social Aesthetics. And, you know, just kind of putting my touch everywhere I go. Who's the green? A little bit here and there.
She's like sprinkling a little sprinkle.
Yeah.
You got your foot in a lot of stuff. How were you on the Wiz? We heard you say that.
It was the Chicago State University version of it. Shout out to all of those who were part of that. It was a fun time. I played all the little background roles. I wasn't even a lead, but we had such a great time. It didn't even matter. Of course, I had to play the Munchkin role because it's called something else with the Wiz. I completely forgot. I'm blanking right now, but I'm short. I got to play these roles.
Yeah.
And background sing, and but we had a great time. It's a great experience.
See, I judged you when you said the Iron Man, and I said, "Oh, she means the Tin Man."
Tin Man.
I judged
Tin
you
Man.
a lot.
You judged her.
I don't look it, but I am a certain age where I will forget. So I was close. Y'all knew where I was leading, so I was close.
Can you explain to Felice what the Wiz is?
I know the Wiz. I love the Wiz.
There are listeners who might not know.
Right.
It is the Black American version of the Wizard of Oz.
Of course I know what the Wiz is. Cece, go
So
away.
in the Wiz, what's the dog's name, Felice?
But wasn't Michael Jackson in the Wiz?
Correct.
See?
Correct.
Bite me.
Correct.
Bite me.
Yeah.
Who else was in the Wiz?
Look at me.
The Diana Ross as Dorothy.
It was Diane Ross. That was the original. That was the original.
Yes.
See?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Stace. Okay, you done? Okay, we shut her down. Okay. Back to ThoughtPoet for a second. What are you working on right now? What are you doing right now? What's happening? What are you doing right now?
There's a lot of stuff coming up actually. So yeah, I mean, I guess we can announce stuff on here. So we've been working with the artist Duplicate Hits on a project called World War III. This is a project that's been 20 years in the making. The reason why this project is so important is because both of these artists are pretty much like a pioneer of the type of artists that they are for Chicago's. Like they were MCs and they were actually like studying like real hip hop before drill became a genre. So like they were literally around like Chop, Smiles, E-Day, like as drill was being created, but they were always MCs. So, again, the blog era was the blog era. So they didn't get a chance to get quote unquote the I guess the light that other people did. And so because of that, they've become like real legends in their own right in like the past like couple of years. And so this project is kind of like for everyone that knows, because in the streets, both of them have like a reputation, like being some of the most lethal MCs the city has. So them coming together, it's really something to see. You know what I mean? So we've been really building on that. Shout out to KX from Complex Studios. He's been helping us with this. Shout out to Tony Baines. Oh my God, the legend. Like he's kind of he's kind of taking us on as kind of like the Mr. Miyagi, but like he's still that nigga. Just like helping us, like just make the right decisions. You know what I'm saying when it comes to building the business. So that's one really big thing that's coming up. Solar 5 has some crazy stuff in the works. I'm not even gonna mention too much, but he might be having a listening party soon.
He's been leaking stuff, I saw.
Yeah, he's been leaking some. He got some stuff. He got some stuff. I'm not even gonna say too many names, but I'm gonna say a certain really well-known producer in the city has been working with him. I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to put his business out there too much, but that shit finna be crazy. Like it's finna have a lot of rappers kind of sick. I ain't finna hold you.
That's awesome.
We're working on a magazine. That we're going to be launching this year.
Good.
It's going to be an in-print magazine. I'm really excited about that just because we're trying to get back to a place of people like being able to buy and have their own piece of the culture. You know what I'm saying? As far as like people who really give a fuck, because there's a lot of people who don't care about Chicago culture. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. I'm not even trying to convince you at this point that Chicago is really special. Like if you can't understand it, you really have to like sit down and question yourself, because it's almost a spiritual thing. Like Chicago is a gangster city, but it's because of how much spirituality is in our city. You know what I'm saying? So like when I speak on us not being together for 40 years since like Record Row, this is like Muddy Waters and Chuck Berry and Etta James. You know what I'm saying? So this is their time to now. You know what I mean? Like that's just how much we haven't been on the same page. And I think with everything that's going on right now in the city specifically, like we have to have the historians or the documenters talking about it. And
Have you seen that though? There's a show on TV with this. I don't know. This guy, there's
a show? Which means?
Yeah, there's a Chicago show. I don't know what I was watching, flipping through. And this guy comes on, and he was also on with Corporate.
Okay.
And do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
Is it
You
Dilla?
know him. I know
Dilla?
Maybe, yes.
With locks?
Yes.
Dilla.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah,
I don't
no,
know,
Dilla, that's the
I'm like,
homie.
Yeah.
watching this show.
Yeah,
He's
no,
on the
Dilla
east
rocks with
side.
me. He follows me on Instagram.
He's like
yeah.
repping the east side.
Amazing
He's doing
work.
this thing.
Yeah.
And so this whole show is taking you around the east side, and then Corporate came in, and they were in some place, and they were at the South Shore
Culture Center.
Exactly. And Corporate was like,
If you know, you know.
Whatever
Yeah.
this, I've been there. I was there for a balloon thing release, but we didn't talk about that part. But anyway, whatever that show is was awesome. Like, so that's who it is. It's Dilla. That's
Yeah,
what
no,
I can remember
Dilla
that.
it's funny because Dilla actually kind of like gave me a
You need a
cosign.
show like that.
I'm gonna be honest. So it's funny you say that
Well, you
because
should
Dilla
go
kind
with
of
him
gave
on
me
the
a
show.
cosign like years ago. At this point, I think this was like 2021. So the Inglewood's Art Collective. Shout out to Tanika Johnson, Pugs Adams, Cujo. They kind of took me on as like a little brother, and so they had this installation on Stony Island where they were like getting the Christmas trees up, and so. He walked up to me and he was just like, bro, like, you do what I do. And he didn't say nothing else. You know what I'm saying? And if you've looked at his work, like, dude is very well spoken. You know what I'm saying? And
more like deep love for the city.
Yeah,
Deep love for the city.
so when he said that, I was kind of like taken back up a little bit. I'm like, nah, I rock with your work. So, you know what I'm saying? This was kind of like a moment where he was like, nah, like, I've knew about your work from like GQ the Teacher and Inglewood's Art Collective and all these other folks. So it's like, I almost say he makes my job easier because he talks about how Chicago is the mecca of creation, which basically means that everything that really is unique about the world can be sourced back to Chicago, from our culture to our lingo to pretty much anything and everything that makes up our city. And the music has always been like a huge staple. And I'm not even just talking about in one genre. Like, this is all genres. Like Brewster just said, like, gospel was created in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the biggest OGs of it were living in Chatham. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have a photo of Mahalia Jackson like mowing her lawn, and that's in Chatham. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is her crib. Mind you, this is Mahalia Jackson. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like, even just knowing about that, that's really important. So that's going into this magazine, working on the album, on Social Aesthetics album. That's going to uplift all the artists that we've been rocking with. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. You're gonna make like a mixtape or like what? Like
so it's gonna be it's gonna be inspired by Them People. If you're familiar with the Them People Music Collective, they had a series called Smoke Breaks. And basically, they brought different artists together, like Chance the Rapper, Joey Purp, Via Rosa, part of Drama, all of these different artists that were very prevalent in the Chicago music scene, and they made an album. And so, because we're inspired by them, I'm inspired by them, we're kind of taking a leaf out of their book, bringing like who we really rock with, you know what I'm saying, into like one space. So like folks like Linda Soul, Rufus Sims, Jay Hayes, possibly a Fillmore Green, definitely, Drew Blake, Solar 5. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people that are going to be a part of this project. So yeah, a lot of stuff coming up this year.
Asha Omega,
Yeah, I mean, I should have been busy, man. Shout out to Asha. I love Asha Omega. She's been really doing her thing. So, shout out to Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? It's I'm gonna say this. It's this type of project is kind of like a beacon of who's really been rocking with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has stages in their life where you come and you go. You know what I'm saying? Or you make certain decisions and you got to live with them. You know what I'm saying? So I think this tape is kind of just really a reflection of how much we believe in the artists that we uplift and believe in. So.
That's so dope. There's a lot coming up. That's 2026,
Yes,
huh?
ma'am.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I like that.
Some of it's 2027, but yeah.
Okay.
Like, I was going to say, so, like, when do you plan on dropping that?
Oh, dropping what?
The album.
The album.
So that's a good question. I think we're aiming for probably a late spring, early summer type of deal. And again, we're really trying to give ourselves the time to really like build it together. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to focus it on a really important topic that I feel like people don't always take seriously enough. But as black and brown creatives, and especially just upholding black and brown stories, this topic needs to be spoken about. And so that's going to be the name of the album. I'm not going to say the name yet, because if I hear it, that means no, y'all bite.
The irony is that people are going to do exactly what we're talking about.
Respectfully, and I don't even talk about it as much, but we created Social Aesthetics in 2020, me and my co-founder, Tashay. There have been countless creative agencies popping up, countless people calling themselves creative directors popping up. And again, there's no shade. I love it. I wanted this to happen. You know what I'm saying? I think, and y'all might be the first people I'm saying this to, for real, which is that when I created Social Aesthetics, when I was contributing to the new Chicago Wave conversation, my goal was to make sure that there was something that we can all feel included in. To the point where you have artists like 13 Degrees and Kales that have created the new Chicago platform. Mind you, this was after Joel Q created the new Chicago platform. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that to throw shade at them. I want it to be known that we love them. You know what I'm saying? Like we all can really do this together. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's a mentality that Chicago is very slowly but surely learning. This is like, we hate each other. Like, it's almost like an art form. You know what I'm saying? Like, Chicago hates you is a real term. You know what I'm saying? If you ask GLC, but it's like, we're trying to change that. You know what I'm saying? I think it comes with us just acknowledging what is. You know what I'm saying? Like, my OGs, like, I don't have no problem giving love to True Star Magazine. Like, those are my OGs. These are two black women that were literally interviewing Barack Obama when he was still senator, Derrick Rose when he just got with the Bulls, graduation era Kanye West, and they gave me the privilege to talk about Chicago music while they were running this magazine. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were teaching me how to be an A&R before I even knew what it was. Like, I graduated Harlan interviewing KRS-One and Raekwon from Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when I say Social Aesthetics is ahead of its time, I don't like say that on some cocky shit. Like, this is me seeing the receipts. This is me seeing how the Chicago music scene has changed. Like, there's not too many artists you can't, like, I mean, you've said it. There's not too many artists that I haven't, like, built with, you know what I'm saying? And, like, because I've built with them, they've elevated. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even got to say it no more. The receipts are out there. So that's what we focus on. We just get focused on continuing our part in this journey of lifting this beautiful city. So.
Absolutely.
So, like, how long do you think it'll be before Chicago is able to dominate the entire country?
I say this year.
Really?
Why this year?
Because we're getting in an era where we really finna see who about their raps, who really about their music, who really about the authenticity. You know what I'm saying? If you doing this for the gimmicks, if you doing this because you think this shit is cool, you finna get like treated. Like, you finna get called out. You finna get pointed out. And not even in like a bad way. It's just like what happened in the last like couple of years with like beefs and like, you know, whole institutions falling because of like harm and secrets and all of that. Like, the times are changing. Like, people really want substance. And Chicago got it. Like, we got some of the most lethal MCs, instrumentalists, vocalists, creatives, creative directors, film directors that fucking are on the planet. And I challenge anybody to test me on that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even counting myself. I'm talking about the people before me. I'm talking about the people, like the young homies.
Yeah.
Like, yo, like the little homies right now, they're killing it. Like, shout out to 13 Degrees, shout out to Stockboy, you know what I'm saying? Like, they are truly, like, paving the way. Shout out to Adam Killer, Forever Bands. Like, they are really, like, just paving the way. But you also got people like Ashley Banks, who, again, she got daughters out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we're all...
She just posted something today.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
She gave me some determined radio love today.
Yeah, like, she's been doing her thing. Like, she's gonna drop some amazing stuff.
Yeah.
She got some... you know, stuff that she may be announcing pretty soon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let her announce it. But to your point, Chicago is very much so the eye, like, all eyes is on us right now. You know what I'm saying? And we okay with it because we really them guys. You know what I'm saying? And we have no problem letting that be known. So when it comes to the hip hop, when it comes to the neo soul, the R&B, anything that you could think of, try us.
I would say, like, it should, like, you know, the song, like, if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. It should be Chicago.
It's Chicago.
It is Chicago.
Why is it just New York?
Shout out to the artist David Mason.
Yeah,
He actually
like,
has a record called "If You Can Make It in Chicago, You Can
That's
Make It
really
Anywhere."
what it is.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think about anything. Like, that's really what it is.
That's like the truth, even if you're not an artist.
Yeah.
I had a homie, and I don't even know if this is his actual words, but I remember him always saying, "What's a New York minute to a Chicago second?"
Ooh.
And wow, I remember when he first said it, I was just like,
they ain't get that. They're not gonna get that one. They
well, hey, let it sit on your spirit. You know, it's a reason why we move the way we move. We talk the way we talk. We have this concept of keeping your head on a swivel, not just because of safety, but because your situation can shift in any moment, right? Whether it's an opportunity or a bullet. And so a second in Chicago can really shift your life or end your life. Yeah. We have a different vibe. But don't get me wrong, I love New York. Yeah, one of my favorite traveling experiences was my first time going to New York and then going again in Brooklyn. Don't do that. Brooklyn feels a lot like us in many ways, and Harlem. But there is a different energy. Once you've experienced both, it's a different energy. And we definitely are a little more aggressive, a little more. They'll cuss you out, but we'll make sure you feel the energy. Well, hey, it was said.
You said us.
But hey, but yeah, I remember when he said that. And he was saying it on just he was reflecting on his own life journey. And was just kind of casually saying it, but it was profound even in the moment.
See, I feel like one of the things I do love about Chicago is you can literally travel anywhere and feel safe. Like, when I went to New York, I wanted the true experience. I took the subway with my worry in the world because I used to take the red line.
Yeah, exactly.
What can be worse than a red line anywhere else?
People that aren't from here, they literally say when they come, like, you don't have to be from here, but you've lived here for like plus 5 years, plus 7 years, 10 years, whatever. It's a certain energy that's on us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just don't move how other cities move. And I feel like because of that, the world right now is in a space where we constantly keep, I dare say, trying to blame hip hop for things. We keep trying to blame, the people that are in the industry right now for things. And it's like, y'all just ain't looking hard enough. Y'all keep saying y'all don't know good music. Come to Chicago. Like, just pop out with us one good time. We ain't talking about that. Go on a tourist tour shit. It's like, no, go to an open mic. Go to something out south. You know what I'm saying? Go to any of the events, one of the many events that Good Kids, Mad City, Black Lives Matter, Chicago, any of these spaces run on a weekly basis. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to support a mutual aid. Nita's Love Train every single day.
Shout out to Nita.
Literally supports youth and people that are in need of hygiene products, heaters, anything that you could think of. She's literally fundraising money to go buy these things, and she's literally hand delivering it to their doorstep.
And a young sister, she don't have to do this. A very young sister. So for her to choose to get up every day and look out for other people, that's very much Chicago shit.
Yep.
Yeah. For all the times that we're seeing is this cold energy as we don't give a fuck, which we don't. We care a lot about our own people, and she's definitely a great example of that. I'm so glad we got a chance to highlight her on the billboard, and her baby, the future of that little baby on the end is Nita's baby. Shout out to her as well. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, well, we're definitely going to wrap this up because we do have Cypher Sick in the building coming up soon, and he's outside.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to him. And it's his birthday because he's an Aquarius.
True.
We're coming to get you. Don't you worry. Tell everybody where they can find you. All things Thought Poet go.
Yeah. So Thought Poet on Instagram. Isaiah Thought Poet Vinay on Facebook. TikTok. I think it's Isaiah Moon 77. The Creative Agency on Instagram. It's Unsocial AES. Or you can go on the website www.unsocialaesthetics.com. Did you want to?
He's for hire if anybody needs a photographer as well.
If you need
want the
photography,
best.
if you need graphics, if you need creative direction, if you need consultation on your records, if you need A&R advice, we are the people that you're gonna come to.
Absolutely.
And you're not gonna regret building with us. There's a lot of people you can go to in Chicago. When you build with us, it's going to elevate you in a certain way that only the art is gonna explain. So come fuck with us.
Right, and for myself, Rooster Green on everything, ROOSTAR Green, STAR, because that's my mom. I want to shout out her, Star Green.
That's right.
But Rooster Green on all platforms.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming to Determined
Thank you
Radio.
so much for
know
having
we
us.
love you. You're our family for sure.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're going to be right back. We got Cypher Sick and his birthday coming up next. We'll be right back.